Alright, back again, Luke here. And as you can see in front of you, these are a couple of those Sega Saturns that made appearances in some of my other videos. You probably remember this one here. This is the Victor Saturn, the one that we cleaned up and worked out pretty well, except for the fact it had a bad laser. And the laser mech that we put in this one was the one that we stole from this one. And this is the one that actually had a lot of problems with it. You remember the power supply issue, a lot of popping and stuff going on there. And yeah, a whole huge backstory with this one. But nonetheless, what I did is I got online, and it was probably about a week or a week and a half ago, and I decided to order this. This just came in today. This is a Sega Saturn optical pickup, or a laser unit. So what I figured we could do is give the old Saturn here, this old gray one, back its laser, and we'll put this new one here in the Victor Saturn and test them out and see how it goes. But I figured we'll make a little video and show the process here of what goes on with it. Hopefully we'll be able to see things kind of semi-decent. We'll see. Let's, first off, let's take a look at this new laser. And see, it comes like this here. One interesting thing about this laser itself is this one works for not only the Sega Saturn, but also the 3DO. So and when you take a look at it, you'll notice that it doesn't have the gear assembly on it right here where it should go. The same gear assembly that it has on the Sega Saturn. That's because this one can be used for the 3DO as well as the Sega Saturn, so it doesn't come with it. So interesting point right there. If you do order this, I wound up ordering this one from eBay, and I found it, so it cost about, I think, 20 bucks or so, but let's move this one here aside a little bit, and let's try and take this one apart. It's got a couple of clips on it, and see if we can do this reasonably easy. Alright, we'll get that off. Now, I'm trying to see where the best position would be to do this here so you guys can get a better view. Probably isn't going to be the best view, but what we need to do is we need to remove this old one, and it's nothing too serious. It doesn't take much effort at all or much work. There's just a little tab on the back here. We'll spin this thing and go forward. There's a little plastic tab here that you just need to push back, and then on the other side you need to push the pole through. Now this is going to be kind of tricky here. We'll try and use this like here. And like so, and then once you get it past that one point, you can just use your two fingers and pull the pole here until it comes out enough. And once you get that out, and you can lift up your laser mechanism and pull out these two tabs in the back here, and it just slides out and like that, and then bingo, there you go. So there's our old laser mechanism that doesn't work. Now what we have to do is just remove this here, the plastic piece, which is just a couple of clips on here. Should come off fairly decently. Hopefully. There we go. So you can see just like that. Now, what we're going to do here on this one, you can see there's a little anti-static ball there. We're going to take that off before we connect this thing up. And just to show you the difference here, you can see on this one, you can see the gap here, and then on this one you can see that it's solid. So let's take that off. Got my soldering pen all warmed up, and where did I put my solder sucker? Thought I had everything. Oh, there it is. It's kind of buried underneath here. So, I should have this thing in a better position, but for those of you guys who have never seen a solder sucker, there's different kinds, but this is one that I've been using for a very long time. Basically, you just push it down, it's spring-loaded, and then when the solder heats up, you press the button, and it sucks the solder off. So, I know that sounds totally wrong. Like, yeah, Luke's sucking the solder off. And put this here. Kind of like getting a shot at the doctor's office. Painless and over before you know it. So as you can see there, the 2 points are now free. So should be all set here. Now I'm doing this in kind of an angle, so this is weird. I'm kind of reaching around the old camera here. Now sometimes when you go and you put in a new laser mechanism, you have to adjust this pot. Sometimes it won't read right off the bat, but well, sometimes it'll work fine. So we got our new piece in there, and next we're just going to plug this in here and make sure we get the ribbon cable slid in there nicely snug. Make sure this tab is out. And once we get that in like that, it should be okay. Looks good. So since this thing is already coated in grease, it should be okay. There should be no need to put any extra on here. It should be more than enough. You have to get this to slide into the track, as well as get the gears to align here as well. So there we go. And try to align this so we can get the hole on the other side here. A little bit tricky. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna take this part here, a little screwdriver, and just push that in just a little bit. Alright, so we've got our laser mech all set up here, and yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, you know what? I said I was gonna put the new laser mechanism in this one. So yeah, let's as I'm going through this, I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, hey, it's going along really well. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put the new laser in this one. You know, it would be fine if I left it in this machine. It wouldn't be too bad, but considering the age of this one and the condition of this one, it's a little bit faded on the top. So what I'm gonna do is just take out the original laser that was in the Victor Saturn. Well, that came from this one, and put it back in here. So save this one for the Victor Saturn. So yeah, as long as you guys are enjoying me contradicting myself. Luke's crazy world of repairs and strange stuff. So let's do the same thing with this one over here, and kind of move this tab out of the way. And we know this one works fine. This is the one that I used for the Darius Gaiden, if you guys remember, the other day when I put it up, well, yesterday. And stay. Alright. Carefully. Come off there. Doing this in such a strange angle here. Not the best at all. There we go. Okay, we got this one off. And we'll put this one back here. Like I said, we'll put the new one in the Victor Saturn and put this one in here. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. I mean, they both work okay, but seeing as the Victor Saturn's in a little bit better condition, we'll put the newer one in there. That's one side. And the other side. Okay, that seems pretty decent. Let's try and get this one in here. try to avoid touching any of the main components here on the laser assembly. Especially with all this grease around here. Just don't want to risk getting that on the lens. There we go. Okay, that one's in there. And there we go, that's all set. So that should be ready to go. We'll put the cover back on this one here. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, especially when I keep, you know, going back and forth here and making mistakes and stuff like that. But there's that. That's pretty much in there. We'll leave this one here for a second, and we'll jump over to this one and try to move this around. I think what I'll do when I go to test it, like I usually do, is I'll just set the cover on top. Well, no, never mind. I have to put the screws in there. Keep that in mind with the Sega Saturn. Now, with some consoles, you can just put the top on there, set it on there, and try it out. With the Sega Saturn, if you just set the top on there and put the disc in and turn it on, you're gonna get some swirls in your disc. So don't do that. Let's put this in here. What I'll probably do is, and maybe after the video, I'll go and get my grease and go over this again. So put that in there. Alright, good. Looking good. Oh, well, I got some grease here. I'll just put this on here a little bit. Get that on there. And do that to the other side here, and the other one as well. Yeah, sometimes I use a lot of grease here, but I just want the mech to stay lubricated for a while. Don't want to be open this thing every, couple of months and then have to clean it out. Also, when you go to put this cover back on, make sure that you put it back on square. Make sure it's on all the way, because if not, you'll also get some really unexpected results and unwanted results. So there we go. So that's all set up there. This one here should be all set and ready to go as well. Make sure I get these tabs in here. It's always fun when you do a no-cut video, because you never know what'll happen. Who knows? I mean, you could get fire and all sorts of great stuff. That might be kind of awesome. Is that all in there? That should be okay. What you can do too to make sure that everything is on there is, not only just eyeball it, but you can also put in a disc and kind of set it on top and make sure that it spins freely without scratching. And let's see here, as an example, here is this one here. Yeah, you can see that's working pretty good. This is my Daytona, and put this one on here, and that one's spinning freely as well. So now all that's left to do, hopefully, is just put everything back together and hope for the best. So that's what we'll do right now. We'll put these covers back on here. Sometimes what I do is make sure that the door is open when I go to put these on, because if it's not, you can wind up having some serious trouble here, and it will your door will probably always, it'll say like open door, and then you're like, whoa, it is open, but it will be because of the fact that the switch is closed. So, and this guy here needs to line up a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so I got that down there. Pop this on here. Alright, I got that. Now we will pop in a few screws, like I said, because I don't want anything grinding. We'll just put in a couple of screws here for right now, just to make sure that the top stays closed on this thing, and it doesn't open, doesn't cause any scratches on the disc. Whee! 16 minutes, oh my goodness. Whoa. I'll go through and put these, put the rest of the screws in there later. Alright, so that one's ready to go. And that one's plugged in there. Now for this one here, let's get this thing all situated. Let's take this out. Try not to squash the disc. I picked out a couple of games here that we could test it with once we get everything put back together. And let's see if we can move this here a little bit. We just got to plug in these cords here in the front. Alright, there's that one. It's all plugged in. And that one is all plugged in. Alright, now let's open up the door here. And put this one back down. Put this one together here. I don't know what happened to the battery set for this one, or the battery tray. It's just not there. I can't remember if it had one at the beginning or if it didn't. So I'll have to go back and double check that. See if I have any battery trays in my parts or not. Normally, what you want to do is you want to double check to make sure when you put in a new laser that it works, like I said, because if not, you have to go through all the trouble of opening this stuff up again. So, let's see, I got another cable here. Let's see, it's just double make sure that this disc is going to spin without scratching. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Seems like it should be alright. So let's find the AV cables. I believe these are it. And we'll plug this thing in and see if it fires on. Which hopefully it will. Alright. Well, let's close this up. Alright, take my sturdy tape that I had off here. So, let's hit the old power switch on here and see what we get. Alright, well, there's no battery in it, so... Let's see. All right. Good. Good little monster here. Well, it's back up and reading again. That is good. Now, let's turn this one off for right now. And for your viewing pleasure, I've also brought another copy. There were a couple people who said, oh, you know, it'd be kind of neat to see, you know, both of these things up and running at the same time with the same game in them. So, figured we could try that. Let's see if this one works. Let's give this a shot. See if our laser met works right out of the box or if we need to do some adjustment. Oh, look at that. It's working out. Fantastic. No adjustment needed. Excellent. So let's do what we did last time here. Let's turn this off. And we're gonna try and do the dual boot same time setup here. Let's see how that goes. So let's see here. Ah, no, we can't do that. Because I need another battery. No! I can't show you it. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through my parts basket and I'm going to find a battery. I totally forgot about that. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Alright. Well, I've got my parts box here. It's already 21 minutes. Quickly, Luke, can you find a battery that will work with the system? I know I have a ton of them in here somewhere. But what I'll have to do is put in the date, turn it off, reset it, try it again. Oh no! Crazy things I try and do here. I thought I had everything all set up, but obviously not. Oh, I found a battery. Nice. Woo! Great. Takes Luke how long to find a new battery? A CR30. It's 2032. All right. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So that's good. Got a huge mess of stuff going on around me. Let's put this thing on. Let's put in the old date. And I don't know, it's probably 6, something like that. Alright. There we go. Now, that should be set. Should be alright. Hopefully. Let's double check. Yes. Okay. Now, one more time. Let's get this party rocking. And let's do some dual booting action, see if these things both play at the same speed. All right. Seems like the Victor Saturn may be a little bit faster. Yeah, just a hair faster. This is gonna be strange. This is Daytona, USA. These are for the net setup. So. It's close, but. Got some echo action going on here. It's kind of cool. But they're both working great, as you can see. Fantastic. So, got both these Saturns up and running. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. So yeah, as you can see, guys, we got both the Sega Saturns here working well. They, you know, the Victor Saturn actually seems to be playing just a hair faster. I could have swore I pushed them both at the exact same time here, so just seems like it's reading just a hair faster than the Sega Saturn, but nonetheless, as you guys can see here, they both are working. Figured I'd share this with you guys and make a little video on it in the process, but yeah. That's about enough rambling for me, and yeah, like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.